guys, thanks for stopping by my channel. Today's video, I'm gonna try my best not to cry and get through this video, but some of you might know that I had to put my 13-year-old cat to sleep a few days ago on Monday. Today is Thursday, and it's my first kind of full day where I'm alone and I don't have work to keep my mind occupied. So I thought I would try and do a video to kind of, I don't know, have something to do. I do have lots of things to do around the house. Since I put him to sleep on Monday, I immediately I wanted to get rid of all of his beds, his toys and everything. I want to kind of reorganize everything. I have a small apartment, and I have this room here where I have all my coloring stuff, where I film my videos. I would try to keep this room just for like work and coloring stuff. This is really my bedroom. I made my living room into my bedroom, so at nighttime he would come and go, sleep with me for a little while, go back to the kitchen and his bed. That's like the kitchen was like his little space. He was even in, maybe like 6 months ago, I had him in one of my shorts. I would feature him every once in a while in my shorts. Just 6 months ago, he was fine. Maybe the last 3 months or so is when he really, I noticed something was wrong with him, and he stopped eating. He couldn't go to the bathroom. He was having a lot of trouble and throwing up and stuff like that. So I ended up taking him to the vet at the end of May, and they just said he was constipated, and they gave him an enema. I brought him home. They said he might need another one because it didn't really help. So maybe about a week later, I brought him back, and they gave him another one, and he seemed a lot better afterwards. He started eating a little bit more. He still wasn't eating like back to normal, but he was a little bit better. But he started losing a lot of weight, and he would get to a point where I would think I was getting him better. He would seem better for a few weeks, and then all of a sudden, maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago, he started getting really bad again. So I took him back to the vet, and they recommended that I take him to emergency. This was about 2 weeks ago. And they did more blood work on him, and the vet told me, she said I could either take him home or and try a little, like some at-home medicine. She sent me home with a lot of different medications. And I decided to do that, where she said my other alternative would be to put him to sleep. You know, I probably spent over $4,000 at least the past 3 months or so trying to get him better, trying stuff on my own, I kept getting my hopes up, thinking it was better for a little while. And I really did get my hopes up this last time, because I took him home Monday. I was at the emergency vet all day last Monday, and I got him eating again. He was like really eating, like he was like got his old appetite back. He was eating, he was drinking. And then maybe like 2 days later, kind of slowly stopped. He was having trouble eating. And Sunday, like Saturday night into Sunday, I kind of just made the decision that it was time for him to go. And I left work early just because I thought maybe I might have to do it like that night. like Sunday night, bring him in. But I spent some time with him Sunday, and he seemed like I was playing with him, even though he still wasn't eating, and he kept trying to go to the bathroom a lot, and he couldn't. He seemed to perk up a little bit for whatever reason, but I kind of knew at that time that it was time for him to go. So I had an appointment at 9 o'clock Monday morning to take him back to the vet. And the vet kind of confirmed for me that he would need to be hospitalized. I'd be like on 24/7 fluids, and it was time for him to go. So I did make the decision to let him go, and I've just been like really devastated since, and you know, everybody who's reached out to me, I really, really appreciate it. And if you've written to me and I didn't get a chance to get back to you, or if you haven't had any questions over the past few weeks or something, and I didn't get a chance to get back to you, I'm really sorry, but I just really don't know what to do with myself at this point. And I keep doom scrolling on TikTok, and I looked up one thing about grief for pets, and it did really help me, but now my FYP is full of people talking about losing their pets and their cats and their dogs, and how it's been months and years and they still can't get over it. And it's like really hard, because I had him for so long. I had him for over a decade, and it's like I can almost not even remember a time without him, without having to be taking care of him. And my mom says she thinks I should get another cat. She's like, and I do kind of miss, it's only been a few days, and I really do miss having a pet, the company, because I do live alone, and everything's so quiet, and I just don't feel like I'll ever get over it. I know I will eventually, but I really don't know how people do it every day. And people want to be like, oh, it's only a cat, but I don't know. It's like my baby. And yeah, sometimes he would be like a pain in the ass, and it'd be like waking me up early, like 5:30 in the morning to eat or something. But now that he's not here, bothering me for food in the morning or running around, it really feels just really empty. And for the past few months, it hasn't really been the same. He hasn't been himself. And I have been kind of crying and almost kind of felt like I've already lost him before I actually did really lose him. But I don't know. I really don't know what else to do with myself. So I'm going to try and jump into this video. Super depressing, but I was working on this coloring page from Lana Green. I think this is her Patreon from it must be from the beginning of August, I think is when this is from. And I had gotten my Crayola pencils. That's probably my last video. I talked to you guys about picking up these Crayolas for Prime Day. And I already had the Colors of the World pencils, and I got these, the 150 set, for a really good deal. And I also picked up the 8 retired colors here, and I had put them into some kind of color order. But when I started coloring, I got them a little bit out of color order, so I probably won't be putting them back into color order. But I was really pretty impressed with how they came out, because I do have some old Crayolas. I don't really use them that often. I think even the first batch of colored pencils that I got when I first started adult coloring was some Crayolas, dual tipped Crayolas. And then I became obsessed with pencils ever since. But I don't know when I will be finishing this, or if I will be finishing this. I have, even before Cookie hasn't been feeling good, I hadn't been really coloring. I would start things and not finish them. And I was really wanting to do a color along with this page. I even filmed some of it maybe about a month ago when I had started working on it. And it was just kind of boring, I thought, so I didn't end up putting it out. But pretty good work for some Crayolas, I think. Her skin worked out pretty good. I didn't necessarily I used some of the Colors of the World pencils and some of the regular pencils, non-Colors of the World pencils, like yellows and peaches and stuff like that. So will I ever finish that page? Will I ever color again? Who knows? I don't know. But I feel like I can't really, like anything I start right now, I can't keep myself occupied. But maybe soon I'll be able to get it together. So let me zoom back out here. So these are some books I got over the summer. Let's say over the summer. Some of them you've seen. They're not all coloring books. Some of them are sticker books. Some of them I do have flip throughs. Some of them I don't. I'll put cards in for things that I do have flip throughs, or I did a video on them. So first up, we'll take a look at this Pop Manga Stickerology book. This is one that I was kind of like majorly disappointed in when I picked it up. I do think it's really cute. I was thinking about returning it. I even think I did put in for a return for it, and then just time got away from me and I never ended up returning it. So then I was kind of stuck with it. But it is cute, but I was just kind of disappointed at how small it was. And that it's duplicate stickers, and it was kind of expensive. All right, so next up, this is one I'm definitely not disappointed in. This is the Crystal Sticker book. I pre-ordered this on Target when Amazon was having their buy two get one free deal around Prime Day's time. Target always has a duplicate sale, like a mirrored sale, when they have Prime Day sales. But what is even cooler is that Target will have the sale. It'll apply to like every single book, even pre-orders. I did pre-order this book, and I was able to get it for buy one get one free. So whenever you see Amazon having one of those kinds of buy one get one type of sales, hop over to Target, because they almost always have the same sale, but it encompasses more stuff, and it's a better deal than Amazon. So I do have a flip through on this, so I will pop that in for you guys. This one is the Antiquarian sticker book. I have the other two. This is the newest one of that group. I think there's 3 altogether. You have the two other ones. I don't know which ones they are off the top of my head, but this is the one that I actually liked the best, but it was always more expensive, like $17 or more. But when again, I think I did get this around Prime Day. It went down to be maybe around $10. So I said, that's a good deal. I'll buy it for $10. So I'm glad I waited for this one. And add it to my sticker collection. I have all these sticker books yet. I haven't used one sticker on anything. I think I just like to have them and look at them. Next up is this one. This is a really pretty book. This is another book that I had picked up on Target during the buy 2 get 1 free sale. This was another pre-order. It just came out a couple of days ago, I think. It's called The Reveries, A Wonderland of Dreamscapes and Nightmares to Color. And the artist is Neimy Kanani. I totally butchered that, I know. And I was really planning on doing a flip through of this with you guys. I might still just do like one with no talking, but it's Alice in Wonderland themed. I really like Alice in Wonderland a lot, and this is really pretty, and it's actually hand drawn by an artist, not AI, so that's a plus. I like to discover and find new artists I've never heard of, and it's becoming more rare to get something like this nice in a mainstream kind of like published coloring book nowadays. I think, in my opinion, this is really pretty too. Let me know. Maybe, I know I just said I'm kind of like out of the coloring space right now, but maybe this might bring me back a little bit. Let me know if you want to see me do any of these pages. Maybe I'll try. Not making any promises, but yeah. So this is really cute. I will put the links for any of these books too. Oh, this is Dover Publications. Dover Publications is really has been putting out some really great books lately. Next up, this is one I had pre-ordered forever. I have this Wondrous Folk by Christine Karen. This just came out in the US. It has been out for a while. I think maybe in Australia it came out first, because that is where she's from. And this is by Blue Angel Publishing. This is the same publisher that does the publishing for I'm totally blanking. The Strangelings coloring books. I'm totally blanking on the artist right now, but she also has another coloring book. I'll probably pop it up on the screen after the fact when I think of it. But these are really nicely published books. I do have her first one, Wildflower Folk, and she has another one. This is really pretty too. I would like to color that one. She has another one coming out in about a month in the US. I think it also just came out in Australia. I just saw that the Coloring Queen did a flip through of it. I just saw today of it, if you want to check it out. But yeah, so I was really excited for this book to come. It was supposed to be released on, I think, August 8th, but it ended up being a little bit delayed. It came about a week later, so that's that. See. Next up is another book. I do have a flip through of this one called Girl Besties, Cute and Comfy Coloring. I had another one very similar, kind of like Besties themed to this one when I was trying to see what all the hype was with the cute and cozy coloring for a minute there, because I thought maybe I was missing out on something. So I picked these up because I thought, oh, they mostly have the ones with the cute little animals, but I'm more into coloring people. And I did color this one with some alcohol markers. These actually might even be more up my alley at the moment. A little bit more mindless coloring for me to do. So I don't remember where, I couldn't find the other one where I put it, because everything's a mess. Everything's usually a mess, so everything's even more of a mess because I started moving stuff around because I got a surge of energy to start changing things up. So I don't know. I made an even bigger mess out of everything. So, but I think this is probably good for me, maybe, if I really get super depressed and I need something to do. Maybe I'll try and color this. But I don't think this is by an artist. This might even be AI generated, because Bojiki as a publisher. I think a lot of these cute and cozy type books aren't AI generated, I've heard, or either like clip art type, cut and paste types of books. So I'm probably not going to be buying any more like that in the future, but never say never. But I just kind of wanted to try it and see what the hype was about. And especially since I spend so much money on Cookie, I really can't be buying anything extra art related extra probably for a while. If you do see me with anything, it's probably either like sponsored or maybe I picked it up with my affiliate money from Amazon. So yeah, so I know I sound like a complainer for this whole video, but here's another book I got this summer. It's Green Portraits. This is the latest one from Lana Green. And did I color anything in here? I feel like I did, but maybe I didn't. Oh, I did color something in here. I did a video doing a demo on some colored pencils. Totally blanking on the pencils right now, but I did do a video. It was like a Temu Finds video on some pencils. I've also been taking Xanax for the last couple of days too, so my mind is probably totally mush right now. But what were the pencils? They're like a brute Funer color type of a pencil. Oh yeah, CC Found pencils. Yeah. So I do have a review on them. I do like how this picture came out, and I do have some of these in PDF form that I had colored too before I got this book. This has some of her newer pages that she's put out for her Patreon too, which if you have a printer, I definitely would recommend joining her Patreon because it's only $1 and you get 2 pages a month. And the book costs maybe like, how much did these books cost? Maybe like around $12 to $15 now with all the inflation going on. So it's really nice to support her and join her Patreon. So this one is Little Witch Hazel, and I did post this up on my community tab because it was on sale. And this is another really cute one. I think it's a coloring version of Phoebe Wall's, like a book, like a physical, like storybook, like for a kid's book. And I think it's adorable. I do think it was a little bit pricey, even with the sale price, because it is such a thin book. And the pages are double-sided, so I don't like that. But I was kind of thinking about returning this one too, you guys. But I don't really see myself coloring in it, just because a lot of these things look like I would want to color. I would want to do markers in these kind of illustrations. But it is very reminiscent of Maria Trolle's one book. Guys, I'm totally blanking on all of these books. I think it's very reminiscent of this Maria Trolle's Drew Maurice coloring book. This is the Dutch version. It never came out in the US. I think you could still get this maybe on Amazon. It's kind of expensive. It might be like $35+. But it does have similar vibes to Maria Trolle's book, which that was also a coloring book version of one of her storybooks too. So I did kind of do a flip through of this on like a shorts, and then I had to put it like sideways because I couldn't put it this way because it was double-sided, so it's a little bit awkward. But I did do a flip through of it, kind of. Well, not kind of, actually did, but it's like sideways. So, but it is really cute. I guess maybe you might have to sacrifice the opposite pages if you wanted to do markers, or I guess you could use acrylic markers too. I don't know, I kind of convinced myself otherwise that I do like it, and I'm glad I didn't return it. Oh, maybe we'll do this one next, since we're talking about Maria Trolle. This is Fairy Tale Worlds. This is the third book that I picked up from Target for the buy two get one free deal. And I haven't really looked at this that closely, but I do like this one better than her last book that she just came out with. And I do like that she puts the names of the stories that she's depicting in the book. It's all fairy tales. I do love fairy tales, so maybe that's why I like this theme a little bit better. I used to, as soon as like her books or Hannah Carlson's books would come out on the Swedish versions, I would usually buy the Swedish versions because I didn't want to wait a whole year for the English versions to come out. But I kind of a little bit gone away from these sorts of illustrations of things that I really like to color. I do like to color more simple things, just portraits. Sometimes I can't even get through coloring a whole portrait anymore. So I kind of slowed my roll on jumping the gun and getting these books when they first roll out, because it's a lot more expensive. And usually at some point they do go on some kind of promotional sale on Amazon or Target. So, and I buy them and I don't color in them anyway. So might as well just wait a little while for them to come out, and I could get them a little bit cheaper. And I just have I've been collecting them for so long that I feel like I need to have all of the books anyway, complete collection of them. The only one I have on iMusic, I did pre-order Hannah Carlson's Halloween book, like sight unseen, because I love Halloween. I love Hannah Carlson anyway. I didn't buy her Christmas book just because I'm not really big into Christmas, and I did see flip-throughs of that, and there wasn't like really any many portrait-y types of pages that I would like, so I ended up not picking that one up. But I have my hopes are up for the Halloween book, so as soon as I get that one, I think it's set to be released soon, so maybe in the next month or so. So I should have that one soon, and we'll do a flip through. This one I did just do a flip through. This is the last video I made maybe a couple of weeks ago. This is Erie's latest coloring book. I totally don't remember what it's called. I think it's like Magical Country, maybe something like that. I don't know. I think I put whatever the English translation I found on the actual flip through I did. But I do really love Erie's work. I think I have most of her books. I think when I got this was the newest one that I didn't have, and I don't have the one right before it. And I just did a book collection of showing you some of my older books, maybe about 2 videos ago. And I did show you some of her books that I have in my collection. So this one is more so like, I think, magic themed throughout the book. And yeah, so these are all her previous books she has. I don't think she comes out with English versions of her books anymore. They're all Japanese versions at this point. But I did purchase this through US Amazon, and it shipped, I think I got it in a day or so. I think it came really fast. Maybe it was around 20. I see the price of it keeps fluctuating a lot because I was waiting for it to come back down again. I think then I got it for around $21, $22. But sometimes I see it go up to like $29. So if you're interested in this and it's a little bit high, I would keep it in your cart or save it for later and wait for it to go down a little bit in price. Oops. Next up is this book, Metamorphosis. This is Anastasia Koldareva's book. This one is a little bit harder to get because you have to order it directly from her. She is Russian-based, and since the war happened, it's been really difficult for her to receive payments, because they don't take PayPal anymore. So she has a Boosty page that you can contact her on. She has email. You can contact her. I'm sure if you find her on Instagram, she should answer you back. I don't think she's on Facebook that much very often, but I do see her posting on Instagram a lot. I see her post more often. So this page I started and I didn't finish, but I really only have to do her hair. I didn't know what these flowers were, so I looked it up on ChatGPT and asked what these were, and they said that they were cotton, like cotton bud flowers. So I was thinking of trying to color them that way, but I really don't know. Maybe I'll probably do some gray, and I put some alcohol marker on the leaves, and I was planning on going over in colored pencil. It just got real kind of hard because there's hair in between here, so I was kind of gave up on that. This was maybe about a month ago I started this, and I didn't finish, and that's when I started. I didn't finish this one, and then I started this one. So I don't know. I was trying to make her look a little bit kind of ethereal, mystical. That's what I was trying to do. Throw in some blues and kind of pinks into her skin. I forget what pencils was I using. I was using a combo of the Hoo pencils and the Marco Master Tribute pencils, I think. Yeah, so this is a really pretty book. I think she's even working on another one. She's been maybe 1 or so a year, and she does have some PDF versions of some of the older books. So if you can't afford to pick up the physical book, her physical books, you can. I'll get a little bit cheaper option and get the PDF versions. I do have a flip through on that too, I think. Yeah, I do. And then finally, I'm just going to go real quick over this one because I did just recently do a flip through, a full video on this. And this is Lorraine. This is by Nick Filbert. I got this from, I got this from Etsy from Cool Craft Books. I think this is that was the only place you can currently get it, unless you get it directly from him. I think she's the authorized book dealer for his books. So it's a beautiful book, and I'm really glad I got it. It's probably the last expensive thing we're going to be I'm going to be able to get for a long time. Oh my gosh, you guys. So if you stayed around for this long, I really appreciate it. If you're listening to me vent about my cat Cookie, and yeah, hopefully I'll be back soon with some other stuff. You guys keep me company. If you have any fur babies, which I always find kind of cringy, people calling their pets fur babies. Now I've become one of those types of people. But if you have any pets, hold them close. I know I'll be okay just for right now. I'm just really sad. Maybe in time I'll be able to adopt a new kitty, or maybe never, or maybe a year from now. You never know where things may take me or take you. So I hope you guys all stay safe, happy and warm, and I'll see you in the next one.